Alright, I hope I fixed the myriad of issues I had. I don't know. We're now game 2 of the third series. MajorLinux, Lancemanon, wait for Lancemanon to come back. I don't want to be that person who blames other factors other than, maybe I'm just shit. But nope, not the case at all. Like it may not have been my best game, but I still feel like there was some issues with streaming. Like a huge input lag was going on. I feel like on my side, so I'm hoping that we took care that we fixed that. So yeah, this is the live game 2 of the MajorLinux versus Lancemanon round 3. He took game 1 with the Orlando Magic, so I'm just licking my wounds here, waiting for him to come back after I got kicked out of the locker room.
Chris and Ryan again, and we wishing anybody who isn't wishing us well bankrupt. A L and whatever else ain't up. As far as me, I'm still caught up in all the. Still calling my expendables, cause it's hard to believe I can fit all of them boys in one. And the streets start trembling. It's way too many it seems.
Right.
Witnesses up and down with their visions of what a street is. I call it the seesaw syndrome. Maybe you make a mistake, you lose. And this is for the real hip-hop, so would never, ever, ever ask me, am I here to replace Guru? Word, that's how you feel up on this track? Little try on that. What you trying to rap now? Yeah, yo Royce. What up, we just lamping in the studio, doing our thing. Okay. Bugging out, Right. Little test run. So, I need you to speak with your hands. On the count of 3. Everybody now, 1, 2, 3, go! Talk to him. Who stepped up in this rap game and saying acting fool? Me and Preem, both names go together. Lot of frontin' like they ill.
This is live.
It's time to
Are we dealing with the same issue? No, it's live.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright, Lance is back. Should have an invitation in your inbox. I hope okay. Like, we won't find out until we hit the court.
This is true. Okay, no, I scored 12. Oh, he's top of the team.
Alright, everybody's here. Got a retweet coming. And likes coming in. Alright.
Yeah, I'm digging that buffer site. I'm seeing now that some of my tweets have been posted that I set up. I can just go back in and rebuffer them. So that's awesome.
I know, like when somebody showed me that, like, this is amazing.
Yeah, it's like it's not doing exactly what I wanted to do, but for free, I can. It only takes a couple extra minutes to do what I wanted to do, and it saves me forgetting to post stuff. So
Right. And then I automatically just turn lazy because I have a plugin on WordPress that posts things every hour. But I have to be careful with that because I've been working on this site since 2012. So there's like a lot of stuff when I was actively writing, kind of like regurgitating news stories. To where it's like something so old, like PlayStation finally gets a web portal for buying games. Like, wait, that happened like 4 years ago. Let me remove that because it's not as impressive. Or Fable 3 is free on Xbox Live. Yeah, that happened 3 years ago. Let me not do that before people get upset.
not to mention, who cares? It's Fable 3. Yeah.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the.
It was back before.
I don't know how you feel about Fable 3.
No. It's all like I got it for free when I bought my Xbox 360.
Yeah, but I definitely paid full price for it. And okay.
This
so
is Kevin Harlan joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony,
it was okay.
Doris Burke.
But it was around the time when they were about to announce games for games with gold.
Games with gold, yeah.
But they never really announced. So like they just made it free, didn't say anything. We were like, oh no, there must be a pricing error.
Hey, I'm still winning after all that.
That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
All right, it seems like I'm doing a little bit better now.
Better?
And you know, with Tim Duncan, there are no flaws in his game. He's even become
I mean, that's my bag.
Free throw shooter now. He's averaged 76% from the line the last 3 seasons after being in the 60s much of his career.
And I love that the instant that steal was made, they were out in the open floor.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it a steal as much as it is he just threw it on my back and I grabbed it.
Sweet, sweet stuff.
Not way too far. Why?
It's
Why?
rebounded by Aldridge. Going back to Duncan's improved free throw shooting, Greg, it's really changed how you play him now at the end of games. If you foul him now, it becomes one of your worst options.
And you know, that's a sign of a true warrior. You don't want to show any weaknesses in battle. So Tim went out and turned one of his biggest weaknesses into a strength.
All right,
I'll take that.
And another basket for San Antonio. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. The wide open look here for Oladipo. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Aldridge dishes to Green. Lets it go from deep. Second shot opportunity.
Man.
All right, Timmy.
You gotta box out better than that,
Duncan's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Come on.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively.
I was going to say like that, but then your guy totally got the rebound.
Their offense from the interior today.
Oladipo for 3. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. And he gets it to go.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element
I
at
thought
all
for
right
sure
there.
that was a 3.
Yeah, I happened to catch his feet. It's like, I'll take it. I'll take it.
It's like watching poetry in motion. I mean, every cut, every screen comes at a precise time, and they play.
Oh, come on.
Talents.
Wait, Doug? Oh, yeah. All right.
Spurs do have a beautiful play style, and their offensive numbers show it, Greg. You're right there. One of the most fluid teams I can recall, Clark, in the NBA with their ball movement.
A joy to watch. I mean, they ended up top 5 in shooting percentage last year, as well as top 5 in assists.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Andrew Nicholson comes in for Fournier. Hezonja, he's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And it's
that's
for Alfred Payton.
That was a foul?
Here's Diaw. Oh,
no, they're with Diaw.
Throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
Fellas, you look at Boris Diaw and say, my goodness, if he could just get in better shape. But he uses every bit of that significant backside of his to his advantage. Opponents can't get through him or around him. So,
right?
Good use of the extra LBs.
The Magic making a switch here. Marbles checked in. Getting back to Diaw, he has a sneaky quick first step. You think he won't or can't blow by you, then suddenly, and you know this, Greg, you're stuck to his hip as he's taking it to the rim.
Finally,
definitely a 3.
You know, it's a bit like Foreman.
This is my first 3-pointer since I've been playing this game today.
Diaw plays with you a little bit.
You didn't make one last game?
I don't think I did.
And wham, shows you up.
Of course.
And one.
Of course.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. It's going to be Nicholson shooting. They get Boris Diaw. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for San Antonio.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding
open
man.
Beautiful 5-point. 5-point possession.
Taking them in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Anderson outside. West with a wide open look. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And he gets the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here's Anderson. Diaw, the pass to Anderson.
Can you not hit a bucket, dude?
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off. Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
Yeah.
8 shots in the first.
Yeah, like that one time I did it, I'll never be able to do it again.
Leading by 6. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come.
So, is it at least better for you, performing-wise?
Yeah.
How the second quarter gets
Yeah, it's a lot better than last time.
What do you think?
Okay, good. I don't want to be that guy that beats you.
Well, no, I mean, if I continue to play through the bad connection, then like I deserve that loss just as much.
I mean,
like no, it's okay. It's okay. It's like every time I hit it, like
this is game 1 if you prefer.
No, we're okay. No, it's okay.
It's gonna be okay.
Spurs trail by 6. The Orlando Magic didn't make the playoffs last year for the 3rd consecutive season, Greg. They knew it wasn't a realistic goal for them.
Yeah, and last season wasn't really about making the postseason, Kevin, for this group. It's soon that will have to be the goal, as patience will wear thin within that fan base.
So on the floor for Orlando. Payton and Oladipo, the explosive back.
Oh my goodness! Why did you go out so far that way?
In the post.
Me?
No, Duncan. Like he had a clear shot from the rim.
You guys still scored, so.
Was there. I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a while for the Magic in regards to the postseason.
Oh,
yeah, I haven't watched the Magic in a long time, but haven't they switched GMs like twice in the past couple of years?
That I have no idea.
Kicks to Leonard, and it goes
Damn.
as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
That's just something I don't want to hear.
The franchise has been pretty
I don't care how much junk Kawhi Leonard has in his trunk.
Playoff trip since the inception.
I don't understand.
1989. Given how hard it can be for expansion teams, you have to say that's a solid mark.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Oladipo against Ginobili.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No, he doesn't block. He catches his own block.
Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut down to just one on the basket from Parker.
If I committed the first time, that might have done it.
Defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Here's Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. That's 7 points for Leonard.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
And guys, Tim Duncan still dominant after 18 years. You know, he's reshaped his body. He has gotten a brand new diet, which he says has had a huge benefit. We saw in the playoffs last year, Greg, I think...
Right, Vucevic, I don't know if you scored yet this game.
Overall performers in last year's playoffs.
No doubt about it. We always...
We're not going to score this time, apparently.
Oh, come on.
Nice.
There was a point where he was starting to feel the wear and tear, especially in his knees, but being the competitor he is, he decided to dictate to his body rather than letting his body dictate to him.
Daniel Green is checked in for Manu Ginobili. And a switcher also for Orlando. Watson's checked in. Parker dishes to Green. Parker's shot is off.
You know, getting back to Duncan, when you talk to his teammates, they'll tell you he's disciplined. He maintains a strict diet, does off-the-floor training, from boxing to swimming, throwing tires, running in the sand. That keeps him motivated and engaged.
That just sounds like a kid going through a temper tantrum.
I know, right?
Throwing tires, running in the sand. Like
ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
what?
That's not the visual I was looking for right now. But
I don't think that's the visual anybody was looking for.
Fucking give me some space. Damn.
He had to fade back on that one, but still got it to go.
I mean, I went in, but holy crap.
6 points for Vucevic.
Said D1 right there, man.
Talking about Duncan's new look, Coach Popovich had an interesting quote.
For real, though, that's intense.
He looked like Sprewell used to look. Just skin and bones, ligaments and tendons. But you know what? You can't argue with success, and not many people have had more than Tim Duncan.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. West is checked in for Duncan. Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, that's the way to go about it.
He's checked in for Leonard. And it's Mills in for Parker. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Nicholson comes in for Aaron Gordon. Hezonja, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Jennings in for Oladipo. Here's Hezonja. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings.
Hezonja. Every time I hear that
And
name,
now
I
a
think of
3-point
lasagna.
Magic lead.
You could go for
The
some.
fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Outstanding.
Yep, that's called momentum.
That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Marbles checked in for C.J. Watson. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the half.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Here's Nicholson.
Yeah, that'll do
In
it.
with a nice touch off the glass.
I'll take that penetration.
Put no fight. Just lay back and let it happen to you, right?
His delivery there in traffic.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And for Kyle Anderson, he had so many traits, Greg, the Spurs were looking for when they drafted him back in 2014, but he spent pretty much the entire season on the...
Ooh.
And you know that Coach Pop makes his guys earn their minutes. You know, he doesn't care if he took you in the first round or if you're an undrafted free agent. He's going to play the guy who helps his team win.
Boris Diaz checked in for the Spurs. It's deflected. And here's Jennings, the fast break opportunity.
Why does nobody watch the guy that's running behind you? Oh my goodness.
Has opened things up for them.
That's why I do that. I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of times I just run straight towards the sideline and then wait to pass it to the guy that's coming out.
Diao. Orlando grabs the miss.
It's so effective.
Yes, it is.
When you're attempting shots like that.
Oh,
Like that. Like that.
2? Was that 3 or 2?
I could have sworn it was 3. Yeah, it was 3.
That'll do it for the
Was
first
it?
half.
Okay.
Magic out in
Because
front.
I usually look down when I'm
They
shooting
finish
around
out
that
the
area
second
to see if it's a
quarter
3 or
with a
not. But
tremendous 17-7 run. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
17-7 run.
Yep.
Damn.
This is not looking good for me at all.
So after 2 quarters in game 2, it is 41-32. Lancemanon above MajorLinux. I'm sorry.
And the second half about to start here in just a few
Before
moments.
we begin, I'm going to take a short break. I'll be right back.
All right.
Around the league as a coach for a while now. Coming home
Has to be the most
of his career.
polite competition.
Sometimes he can be a demand.
Wait, Gwent got the best of the E3 award from Games Radar? Was just everything else that underwhelming? So, yeah, alright, so looking at the Paul show here, I scored 16 points in both quarters. He scored 22 in the 19, so they get that nice little lead up on me. What to do? I gotta head back into it. Thought I finally figured out how to beat him.
Man, you ain't never going to figure out how to beat me.
Son of a bitch.
Coach.
You know what? That was kind of the best. That was the best.
We're about ready to get underway.
Only way that could have been topped is if you had actually turned around the corner of my house and said that statement.
Check out the lineup.
Right?
Whoa!
How'd you get here so fast? It's been like 2 minutes.
For San Antonio.
So Orlando's internet's faster than North Carolina's.
Parker and Green in the back.
Yeah, exactly. I travel through the internet. Yeah.
It's just that fast.
And it's Duncan in the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes.
Damn.
What? It was only 2?
Bullshit. So serious. That is. I'm calling bullshit on that one.
By Parker.
Here's Vucevic.
Oh, come on, Duncan. Now, that was all you. I didn't even hit the jump button.
Duncan picks one up.
They do that shit to me all the time, though, so don't feel bad.
Guys, he's doing everything he can.
Also, that was a good foul. I missed the first one.
Size and wingspan works to his advantage.
So it at least worked out a little bit.
Hinders him a bit. But for example, he's averaged less than 1 block per game.
But now we got a 10-point lead. Or now you have a 10-point lead, excuse me.
Plays well below the rim.
Parker kicks to Leonard. Outside.
Damn.
Still a 2?
And that is good.
Still a 2, apparently.
Green's got 6. Oladipo, the pass to Peyton. And Oladipo, here we go. And it's sent
nice.
back by
Oh, come on. Y'all gotta grab, rebound, or something.
Basket by Peyton. 6 points for him.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Spurs trail by 10.
Yep.
And to Vucevic's point, big problem throughout his career has been getting into foul trouble.
Yeah, it's tough. He's aggressive.
Just feel like that. Lucky.
You really need to take a timeout right after we just had a
He has to
timeout.
learn how to do
I
that
mean,
without fouling. That's the next step in his progression. And some
Apparently you guys weren't listening hard enough.
you're not in position to foul.
no, apparently.
Say explicitly not to let them Duncan in.
Yeah, that one score needed a review.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter.
So I'm not sure if you heard me. I'm not sure how much of that conversation I was having you heard.
But just the last bit before
Nice clean
I
from Duncan.
Went one game of E3 from Games Radar.
It sure
Oh,
was.
did it?
No easy
Yeah, a card game.
was in the middle.
yeah, I don't follow Games Radar. I follow Giant Bomb, so.
Oladipo.
Me too.
That's as good as it gets right there. Beautiful reverse.
But okay,
layup
cool.
in traffic.
I mean, they do some good stuff over there at CD
And
Red
Leonard
Project.
has it in the corner.
I mean, if it was like The Witcher, sure. But no, it was the car. He wasn't even near the line!
Yeah.
That's
Is there?
explain that. But I guess
I feel like there's a lot of shenanigans going on in this. It's all a big conspiracy. It's spilling over from the Cavs Warriors series.
Orlando leading by 10.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
Yeah, that was good.
Inside. Here's Green. That
I'd
shot's good.
really
and the
love to
assist by
keep this at
Ginobili.
10 points, though.
Green
Of course you would.
points.
Textbook.
Yeah, the game will let you do that.
Better finish.
You want 10 points? We'll help you out.
No.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns. And
Of course, when I do that, it goes out of bounds.
in their respective offenses.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story.
I don't know whether to
of his
feel
game
bad or
so
rub it
far.
in your
They
face.
cannot hand over any more easy points.
You know what? I just don't even know.
Down low.
We'll call collusion. I'll take that though.
Well, that
And
works.
stolen by Aldridge. And there's Green on the assist by Parker.
All right, so we bought it back to
He's
10.
now in the game.
Yeah,
He's
back to
knocking
10.
down
I
his
wasn't
shots
expecting
today,
the
but
pass
it
back
hasn't
there.
really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Here's Vucevic.
Nope.
No good. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
I mean, it looked like you just straight up ran out.
Yeah, but that was me though. I was paying attention to another part of the court, not where his feet were. That was me that time.
Really new group here. David West, he's checked in for Duncan.
I have nobody to be upset with other than myself.
Aldridge. Kevin Martin, he's checked in for Daniel Green. And it's Mills in for Parker. Orlando also making some changes. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Nicholson comes in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Jennings in for Elfrid Payton.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Jennings passes to Smith. He dishes it to Nicholson. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Nicholson's got 7 points.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap.
Yeah, just when you catch it, just like on the ball.
Shot clock and game clock. Jennings dishes to Oladipo. Not enough on that one as it misses.
He just has not been able to get into that groove.
I was just waiting for this game to give me another reason to hate it right now.
Looking for his first.
I wish you would say that was me.
Here's Diaw.
Against you?
That's good.
Just go ahead and call this foul against me.
The offensive rebound, and once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up.
As once he hits, he's already got a 15-point lead. He's going to hit the buzzer beater.
Double-digit ball game. Magic lead.
Not that lucky, though.
From the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter.
Oh, shit, that's right. That's tonight.
But you never know.
You following the Copa America at all?
No.
No? What's going on right now?
Orlando with the ball.
Yeah, USA.
And so in the game for the Magic, they've got Smith.
Someone.
Elfrid Payton is out
I
there.
already
They
don't
were
remember.
Watson.
I just watched
And
it.
there's Gordon.
They beat someone last night
Leonard
to get into
no
the semifinals.
around. Good on the three-point shot. Leonard's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Spurs.
Yeah, wait. Weren't there like a couple of people? There like a couple of players on the American team that are suspended now, right?
6 points for Aaron Gordon.
There's 3 that are out for the next game because of card accumulation and/or red cards.
Really difficult for them to defend.
Well, the defense
So it's going to be rough.
He is out there and got right up on him. Didn't give him any space.
Payton kicks to Gordon. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
But hopefully we don't face
Got his
Argentina
4th assist in this one.
because they're going to be worse
No
than
issues
Venezuela.
on that one. Good work all around.
They play tomorrow.
Stolen
I think.
away. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. And the basket by Payton. And a closer look here at the position for Orlando.
The activity level defensively.
What's going on?
Like
man?
LeBron, I'm just choking. I'm like LeBron, I'm choking. Like it's just the worst.
Game 2. I mean, they've really run the break well.
San Antonio calls timeout.
I mean, LeBron did pretty good
And for
yesterday.
Aaron Gordon, so much
Or the other
fame for
day.
entering the 2014 draft, selected 4th overall, which was actually a couple of slots higher, I think, Greg, than many experts thought.
I agree, and a lot of people obviously liked him, but Orlando clearly loved him and had very high hopes for this young man. And of course, the injured foot, only 11 games a season ago, and never really got back on track.
look now for San Antonio. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. And Parker's subbed in for Patty Mills. Orlando also making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Smith. Fournier comes in for Hezonja. And it's Victor Oladipo in for C.J. Watson.
And, you know, getting back to Aaron Gordon, his defense is really what had scouts most excited. He has the rare combination of strength, lateral quickness, and ups to defend multiple positions.
To the paint. And stolen by Aldridge.
Poor choice in pass.
And now it's Leonard running. Here we go, all the way.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Gordon the pass to Fournier. And Orlando again with the bucket.
And talking about Aaron Gordon, everyone knew coming in that he was kind of unrefined. You're betting on his upside and hoping that he develops a consistent shot. And boy, if he does, you're talking about a guy who could be a perennial all-star.
Yeah, I feel like
no doubt about
calling timeouts now for no reason.
Help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have.
I just want to say, just chill. Spurs are like they're having a tough time. Let's give them a time. Let's give them some time to work it out.
16.
Right?
Pass to Oladipo. And there's the feet.
Ooh.
Looking for Peyton. He gets it there.
Yeah, that would have been a good.
Vucevic dishes to Fournier.
I didn't mean to do that, but okay.
3-on-3. And here's Leonard from
Sometimes
three.
Sometimes I feel like tap the button, but then it just shoots anyway.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three and transition.
Yeah, for me, I feel like that's a part, like that's an input lag thing. Where it just registers a press longer than it should.
Puts up the baby hook.
And one thing about
that's a good stop. I'll take that.
The boards posted a top 10 double-digit average in each of the past 3 seasons. Plus, he's equally adept on both the offensive and defensive glass.
And both free throws good for Vucevic.
Looking at the numbers for Vucevic.
You win games at the free throw line. That's what they say, right?
Yeah.
3 points.
That's what my dad told me.
Yeah, that'll balance out that stat sheet nicely. I mean,
Did you ever play basketball?
I did. Was not good at it.
You always hear about.
I think I played one game in elementary school, and I couldn't handle the pressure, I think. I don't remember exactly. I couldn't handle the pressure of the game being in my hands when I had the ball. It sounds really shitty, but...
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on
No,
time.
I play super casual now, you know, as exercise. So
Shot is no good.
It's fun.
From Aldridge.
Usually.
Spurs trail by 13. Outside Leonard. And the wing jumper offline.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Oh, yeah.
If you're going to stick your hand out, catch the ball.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand.
Just swat it away. No. Make yourself useful.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal.
I don't know well enough. Did they actually model the GMs in this game?
Here's Fournier.
The coaches, yes.
Coaches?
And Oladipo kicks to Vucevic.
Yeah, so every time they show Pop, like, I look at yep, that's what Pop looks like.
This is going to end in a lopsided victory.
He looks upset.
Tenacity and aggressiveness.
I don't know if you saw, but they're finally bringing a couple GMs to FIFA.
Give it up here.
Yeah, I saw that.
Fewer miscues made the difference, Clark.
Yeah, I thought the fact they minimized the turnovers was huge. It was a terrific all-around.
Don't worry, I have faith in your shot.
Key players that you could point to tonight.
If I know, you do.
Yeah.
For Oladipo, you look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Leonard attacking.
Jeez, oh my goodness! What were you doing?
And it's Orlando's.
Why don't you let them do that? You were right there at the ball.
guarded by Aldridge.
Held on to that way too long.
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Launches it. Vucevic with the block.
What is happening?
As San Antonio gains possession.
I don't know what happened with that pass,
Did they
but
ever make a mess
it's
out
your
of
ball.
that? Terrible turnover.
there's a 1 second difference. Just so you
23
know.
seconds left in the game.
So at least I've done better in this quarter than I've done in. I mean, done better in this game than I've done in the last one.
To the wing right
You
side.
did. I'll give you
Shot
that.
clock at 6. 8 feet away. Count the bucket.
Yay, a buzzer beater. Awesome.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll do it, folks.
Yes, that will do it.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you later.
All right, let's just see how bad this section went down. Get kicked out of the locker room again. Probably know what that was.
We started in the fourth quarter. 16-16.
It didn't feel equal. It did not feel equal.
No, the first quarter really hurt you. 22-16. that was your big killer. Second quarter was only 3, and third quarter was big.
All right. So let's go ahead and make some minor adjustments, get back into that locker room, and we'll continue on with Game 3 after this.